episode is going to start right now. Hey everybody! Welcome to Dungeon Damsels! Whoa! Ha, ha, ha. This is the new Monster Hearts 2 Valentine's Day edition with me that's talking because I'm going to be the MC and our lovely Dungeon Master wife, my Dungeon Master wife, with beautiful long flowing blocks, is going to be playing with us. So before we start, we're going to do a little spotlight, like what we usually do, and I'm always leading that off. So, and I think rightfully so, we're going to spotlight Avery Alder at Lacking Ceremonies on Twitter. She is the one that made this lovely game that we're about to play called Monster Hearts 2.
Bum, bum, bum.
Where everybody plays as edgy teens that are also monsters.
It's really fun, we swear.
Yeah.
It sounds exactly the same as every teenager I've already met.
Yep. But yeah, it's a... we're gonna... hopefully you discover some of the rules as we're playing, but it's a pretty simple and fun system. And she makes a lot of games kind of like in this vein. Yeah, a lot of them were like post-apocalyptic.
I post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I'm all about it. But a lot of them are about exploring and personal growth, and like also like a big support for the queer community.
Got Monster Hearts variations of On Your Body, Ribbon Drive, little games and free offerings, Dream Apart, Dream Askew, on a Dreaming. The Quiet Year.
Yeah.
Are these separate games or like modules? What are they?
They're separate systems.
They're all separate systems. Wow.
Yeah, she's made a lot of games.
She's been for the past 13 years been designing tabletop role-playing games. Cool.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't already, go check her out, and also check out Monster Hearts 2.
Yeah. We're gonna be running that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be good.
Okay, so
Yep.
you stop streaming. Fair warning, we have played this game before because we really like it so much. But
Are you gonna give them a little backstory at all?
we're gonna slowly discover it as we play.
Alright.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Alright, so is everybody here ready to dive in?
Been ready.
Let's go, Brandon!
So ready. Alright, let us dive into Monster Hearts 2. So, we find our lovely cast. The brisk mountain air hits your face. Low-hanging clouds part and reveal evergreen pines that embrace your little town.
I just took a picture.
A small, quaint town filled with strange gossip and even stranger people. So, welcome to Rebel Ridge. The weekend is fastly coming to a close, and then back to school for our band of friends. And before it comes to a close, our friends decided to unwind with some milkshakes to really revel in their new friendship.
Yes.
You guys find yourselves at a local diner called the Chocolate Chief. At the very front of the diner, you see a life-size wood carving of a Native American chief holding a chocolate bar. Which one of you guys would find more offensive than some as a... How about Jordan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Jordan Von Hoon. I am a Native American male who was adopted by two dads out of the foster care system. He doesn't remember anything from 3 years ago, so he's been spending his time homeschooling, and now is in his first year of high school because he spent all that time catching up, and now he's learning how to have friends. And so Jordan and Jordan has a lot of pride for his Ute tribe culture and would find this kind of offensive. Just be like, I'm just gonna, yeah, all right.
So I'm curious, Jordan. You have the owner who walks up to your guys' table, and what do you order?
Okay, so I'm gonna look at Bree and whisper to her, I don't know what to get. I think I've only had vegan milkshakes before.
Look, just let me handle this.
Alright, and
There's so many
at this
options.
time, we see right next to Jordan, we have the freshly initiated couple, the other half of that couple. Bree, would you like to introduce and describe your character?
Yes, I'm Bree. She actually has pink hair now.
Okay.
I feel like she did that very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was raised in a family of witches. I'm very open about that. No one believes me, but that's their problem. And I also just broke up with my really terrible boyfriend. Got a new boyfriend.
Well,
They don't need to know about that.
they'll find out.
As you say that, you see someone who walks by. Well, one of your fellow students from the school, as Evelyn walks past your guys' table, it's like, oh my god, I can't believe you guys would even come out in public. Everyone's saying you guys are the sluts of the century. Ugh, it's all over social media. And then she looks straight at Bree, and it's like, I really feel bad for Vince. And then she does this twirl around, and just as we have your cousin entering in, Mara, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. So Mara is a depressed horse girl.
That is the perfect description.
That's all that she is.
Yeah, know your truth. Live your truth.
She used to be a bit of a less depressed of a horse girl, but then something happened where she lost her horse and she lost her spirit. But she's here, and Bree's her cousin, and they finally started talking again, and now she's here for milkshakes, and I guess she's going to run face first into Evelyn, who she kind of despises, who sits behind her in class.
Yeah, do you want to do anything about Evelyn? She's walking straight into your path.
Straight into my path? Okay, well, this Mara is not going to have sharp reflexes, so she's probably just gonna get smacked into by this Evelyn.
Just gonna shoulder check her.
Do you want to try to
You just
shut her down, or are you just kind of just shoulder checking her?
No, it's more like I was walking in and then she just kind of hits me there, and I'm just I imagine Mara would just be like, oh, she just kind of fall backwards, into a booth or something.
Yeah, she looks at you and she's like, watch where you're going.
And Mara doesn't say anything. But she watches Evelyn leave, but this is Christina's like, oh, you're leaving already. And I'm trying to make a good impression on my cousin.
Okay. And I will say, as you sit down, the last one coming in.
Hey, did you see the?
Good, you're here.
Did you see Evelyn? She called me a slut.
She called me a slut too, but I think I'm kind of gotten that hashtagged up here a few times today. So.
Well, do you guys feel like a slut?
I don't think I'm a slut.
I don't know what a slut is.
It's really hard to describe, honestly.
It's
It's
I don't know what it
it's
is.
one of those things where it's it really shouldn't matter.
With a left.
Either way, this to ignore her. That's what I'm trying to do. And then Mars looks out the window with her head in her hand, like she's here with them, but she's also not really good at interacting with anyone.
Basically, they think we have too much sex.
But everyone wants to have sex.
Exactly.
Bears.
He like falls into deep thought, like, I don't understand.
I know, it's really weird.
And I will.
Bears in her time of need.
It's a nervous reflex whenever I would come to Bears names.
I will say, as you like ask out to the ether and to your friends of what a slut is, I will say, fastly approaching, we have our last friend joining us. Ollie, would you like to describe yourself and introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, my name is Olivia Ulin Olsen, but I will thank you to call me Ollie at all times. Always. At all times. And she is a petite, we're not quite sure. She's got dark hair, she has a little bit of sharp ears. She is very pixie-like in nature, which runs rather neatly with her background. She is bounding up with all the excitement that everyone her age should probably have, probably a little bit more. She would probably compete with all of the first-rate class for all the energy in town.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much when asked into the eighth grade what a slut is, she says, "It is an S with a lut." What are we talking about?
Evelyn called us a slut, and I'm not sure what that means.
Well, now you know. That's why I'm so good in literature.
That works for me.
Okay.
So,
And she just sort of like sniffs the air. She's like, "I used to go. So you guys gotten ice cream yet?" Looked around. No, you haven't.
I've never had this kind of ice cream. Actually,
Yeah.
I've never had ice cream.
Yeah, you see
Can I just get every scoop?
you see the owner who's just like, oh wow, you're really the talk of the town, I guess. Yeah, what would you like?
Want me to just order for you?
Do they have chocolate?
Yes.
I'll get that one.
Okay. Two large chocolates with pink sprinkles.
All right.
I'm okay
Puts
with
that down.
That's fine.
And then he looks expectantly at Mara, who's like looking straight at the window. It's like, excuse me, miss, is there anything that you? No. It's like, excuse me, miss, is there anything that you want?
Well, Mara's always hungry, but never for food.
Yeah.
So she's kind of whatever.
Blood orange.
Can you whisper?
Letting it.
Get a strawberry, because then I can also try strawberry.
Strawberry, whatever.
Okay, a strawberry, whatever. Mara, very much from your prior experiences, you've had this like deep sinking hunger, and that has been kind of like the catalyst of why you've been pushing people away. But ever since that you've accepted these people into your lives, it has seemed to subside, but the feeling of being with people is still kind of weird, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she doesn't know what to do or say. She's kind of just like, yeah. She'll do what she
These
can.
people did not prepare me for this.
And she will have the strawberry milkshake, but she doesn't like the pink, but she'll have it anyway.
Yes. No pink sprinkles for her. We'll take one of the like little straw paper things and like tie it in like a little knot, and then just like.
Yeah. And the owner looks at Ollie, almost hesitantly, as you're like, I imagine you're just like upright and just like almost out of your seat, like
Ready for ice cream.
and like,
Uh-huh.
it's like,
Uh-huh.
what would you Yes.
I would like a Neapolitan sundae with brownie crunch, cookie dough ice cream. Oh, mint chocolate chip, and if you could sprinkle all the nuts, marshmallows, and candy that you can on it. Oh, do you have maraschino berries? I'd like 17 of them, besides the 17.
I don't know if we have that,
You're gonna do it.
but I'll get you the special.
I like special things. That sounds delightful. Thank you.
Yeah, and he walks off and he brings your guys' orders, and you guys are enjoying milkshakes. And
This is way different than oat milk. What have I been living with my whole life is a lie? What is this? And he like grabs Mara's strawberry, like. I should combine these.
Combine them. It's really good.
Okay.
Here, try mine. It's just too much.
He just like shovels ice cream in his face.
Literally, like when you look at it, it looks like the definition of too much. If it were in the dictionary, it'd be right next to the picture
Of
just
too much.
Too much picture.
Teenage
What
boy
you got?
like vacuums it down.
yeah, you like.
This is so good.
I'm so them.
Like, yeah, I imagine Ollie just has like a comically sized like sundae.
I should get that next time.
Pull out those like silver
Just a
bowls
fishbowl.
that Jordan has.
Yeah, exactly that. I could just reach back there.
Our actual bowls. You know, I think the sprinkles really add to this. It's just sugar on top of sugar. I'm so excited right now. I don't know why.
I think I have a reason. I know why you were
It's
saying.
because no one gives you sugar. You
I
deserve
don't get sugar at home. It's just
I
like,
You
think
should put soda on it. Usually when you put soda on it, it gets even sweeter. But then it tickles. It's delightful.
I think we
Especially when all the foam goes up, it makes a huge mess.
I think that we should probably slow down with Mr. Jordan there.
it's just like, okay.
We could get a root beer float.
Why?
Also
Ollie.
sounds good.
Excuse me? Can we get a root beer float to our order?
He's already like 3 milkshakes in. Hey.
Just, yeah,
Not gonna
he's like, sure. He like, and the root beer float is brought to you guys, and like, just as you're about to grab it, you see another hand come like in front of you, slams his hand onto the table, and you guys see very much a student that you guys are familiar with, more so Ollie than everyone else. You see Pierre. You see this Asian individual. He has kind of like gelled back hair and is very much kind of like almost in a comical like pompadour. And he's like, "Hey, what the heck, fairy girl? You think it's funny I got stuck with the blame?"
What? She's just like, it's just.
Oh,
Yeah. The cops stopped us, and you guys just bailed. I spent the night in jail because of you.
Like your parents didn't bail you out?
Bail holding. No, Pierre, you're confused. We were all supposed to run, and she holds his hand. It's like, that's holding. Right? How it works? Here, you must be tired and hungry. Here, have this. And
we have so much ice cream right now.
Yeah,
Something.
Sit down.
And she grabs one of the empty milkshake cups that from Jordan. I'll take this, thank you. Takes a few from hers, like maybe, like a few scoops of her shake. Here's the tam. You seem hungry.
I'm not hungry, and he like just like crashes the milkshake on like the floor, and it just kind of spills. And then he's like, "Ice cream ain't gonna make this right.
He's turning like almost get
But
up.
we got a better solution for
Well,
this."
do you look at the floor? Well, not the way it is now.
I mean, you could have been angry with free ice cream, but now you're just angry.
And then he's just like, "You know what? I got a solution. Just so happened I made some friends in jail." As like, "Hey guys," as you guys see like these kind of like these older individuals, kind of like wearing like leather jackets.
That's how you know they're in a game.
Found the greasers.
Does it all match?
And then he like, Ollie, Pierre grabs you by the wrist, and then he's like, "Okay, you're coming with us, fairy girl."
She just grabs her milkshake. Okay.
Wait, where was she going?
Yeah, where are we going?
You can't just take her. She wants to finish her ice cream.
Not my problem. Right.
But it's mine.
And like,
I'm
he's
gonna-
about to walk out with
Pierre, look at me.
What?
I'm just like gonna stare at him as I'm like start chanting, like to cast binding on him.
Okay. So what do you have to do?
I have to. Yeah, it's like I have to like if I don't have a token, then I have to like stare into their eyes as I'm chanting, and my eyes do like I think I didn't want to do black, particularly. And now I have to roll dark, and I got 11.
Oh, okay. So what happens to him?
It works. It can be easily reversed, so he cannot physically harm others.
Okay. So he's okay. So this is what happens. He grabs Ollie and like he looks into your eyes, and your eyes like just go black, and like they almost kind of like sink in. He's like, "Wait, what the?
What the what?
And then like he kind of like slips, and he's like, "Whatever, we're out of here. Come on, Ollie." And then he tries to grab your wrist and tries to pull, but his hand slips. And he's like, "What the?" He's like, "Come on!" And then he like tries to grab like both of your hands, and then they slip again. He's like, "What the heck is going on?" And then like one of the guys beat.
Endearing.
Oh, sorry, you go. What were you saying?
She finds this endearing. She's like, this is fine. Try again. She doesn't know.
Hey.
And then like he's like, "What the frick is going on?" And then he tries to go in for a hit, and then like what it does, it just kind of glazes off of you, and like your face doesn't even move. It's almost like you're not even being. Yeah, it's almost like you're not even being touched. And then like he like kind of like because he put his full body weight into it. And he just like kind of stumbles, and he's like, "What the heck is going on?" And like all his posse, I'm so cool. And behind him was like, "Yo, are you alright, dude? Hey, stop fooling, man. What are you doing? Thought we're gonna. It's like, dude, I'm not doing anything. I looked into her eyes, and then like I just couldn't see, and then like with a flash, you guys see just like Pierre just like go down, and and then you see just like a trickle of blood as you see a tall individual wearing a basketball jacket as you see Angie, who like kind of like comes in, who is this tall black chick. She's on the basketball team and very close to Ollie.
Yes. My angel.
My angel.
She's literally the coolest person, like, on 2 legs ever.
Yeah, and like as you guys, it was just like a flash, and you guys look around, and she's just like she's not even in like a fighting stance. See, her arms are just crossed, and she's just like kind of towering over Pierre's crumpled form as he's like catching himself, as he's like rubbing his face, and like she goes, "You could barely stand up to the cops. You think you could stand up to me?" and like all of his like gang behind him is just like, "Oh, sucks to be you." It's like, no, what the? Like like Pierre like quickly gets up and he's like, "What? You guys are supposed to be on my side." "Nah, man, you're a fool. You look dumb right now." What are you guys doing during this exchange?
Bree's just like snickering.
Mara is, she's like turned the other way, but she's like, what the heck is going on? And she notices a Pierre bleeding on the floor. Is kind of just watching him bleed for a little bit. Kind of like wide-eyed, like, oh, what's going on over there? But, yeah.
Jordan's just like, Angie, hey, do you want to sit with us? You should sit by Ollie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
As
Ollie was trying to be like, oh no, you're friends. No, it's okay. And no, I know you're trying to probably dance, but I don't understand this dance. And when he starts with the explanation and the blood, she just like, oh, that's not normal. Okay, and she sort of looks at the table for answers, but then she looks back and when she sees Angie, she's just like, I have no problems in the world. So like, she's cool.
I mean, we offered him ice cream.
So like Angie like comes in.
I'm just gonna lean over to Bree and be like, she's so cool.
Yeah, very much.
She's so cool.
Flips the chair over, and she looks towards to Ollie. So, are these your friends?
Yeah. Let me introduce you. This is Jordan, this is
Hey.
Tamara, and this is Bree.
Do you want ice cream? We have a lot.
Yes, share mine.
We're gonna find out later tonight if he's lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I'll take some
Wait,
ice
what?
cream. Yeah, she like grabs one of the shakes and just like kind of like effortlessly just like takes the straw like into her like mouth and just like starts slurping and
Just drinks it down.
Join.
and then she
Snap.
like
Probably just
very effortlessly
like a racehorse.
engages all of you guys. If they're as cool as you, as she looks at Ollie. Go right in my book.
Just makes me like.
And then she's like, you guys take care of Ollie. Yeah?
I think she'll be fine, but okay.
It's more like she takes care of us.
No, I take care of her once in a while.
We are good for
I don't know if anybody else noticed her do that other than Pierre, but
Yeah. And like,
Is Pierre like
Oh,
still on
Pierre's
the floor?
just-
no, like as you
I don't know
guys,
what he's playing, but he's playing.
yeah, as you guys are like hanging out, like Pierre kind of picks himself up. His gang of goons who was backing him up, like as soon as he went down there, all like laughing and just like kind of like dispersed, and he was like, "Man, I can't believe this guy," and they just like all like left. And he's like, "Wait," and he's just like. And he looks at Ollie and he's like, "You're gonna regret this." And then Angie looks straight into his direction and just kind of like cracks her knuckles, and then he's like, "Whatever," and just like kind of shyly leaves. And very much as you guys have seen before, he very much puts up a front, and when he doesn't have his front on, he's a very sad puppy.
Yeah.
A very pathetic puppy.
He needs actual friends.
She said,
Like Ollie sits there, he just needs ice cream.
I mean, he just threw it on the ground. Like he's so,
think he wants
he's
it.
so upset over that. Like
Yeah.
you don't even know.
Yeah.
yeah, Ollie is too like face.
Yeah, and Angie is just like, I told him to be cool, but sometimes just can't be cool.
Why are you here anyway, Angie?
I mean, she wanted ice cream, right?
Well, I saw Pierre trying to rough up Ollie. Thought it was my place.
So you were just nearby?
Yeah, she was at the
What's
Yeah,
nearby?
I just so happened to be meeting a friend here, and you guys actually hear a calling from like outside. It's like, Angie, and she's like, oh, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. As she gets up and leaves. And yeah, there's very much like you've seen with Evelyn and Angie. There are a couple of your guys' students that are here, and Mara, as you're looking around, you're like, how come like the whole class is here? What's going on? You happen to see one of your friends, or quote unquote friends.
My one friend.
You see Gabe, who's kind of waiting there expectantly, and then he sees you and he's like, Mara?
Mara just kind of like turns the other way, pretends she's very interested in the window, and she's like,
Very interested in the window.
Ollie, of course, reading the room and understanding exactly how Mara feels.
Yes, that's Mara. That's Mara right there. Mara, is this your friend?
Mara, that guy's calling you.
Yeah,
Wait, I know you. How are you?
Do you need us to hide you or something?
yeah, he starts to walk up, and here, Mara, do you want to describe Gabe really quickly?
yeah. So Gabe, he has an anime T-shirt on.
Totally.
He's not exactly lanky, but he's just a very nice guy, you know. But he's also black, and he's just, you know, he's the dude at the school that's, you know, chill and nice, and happens just to like anime. I mean, and he sits next to Mara in class, and he's always trying to talk to her, but she's too afraid she's gonna quote unquote eat him eventually, so she's been avoiding him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
And now he's cool, and like she just doesn't want to, you know,
she doesn't want to.
turn a chum into chum.
She doesn't want to inconvenience him with herself, but he seems to constantly inconvenience himself with her.
Mhm.
So it's just something she can't avoid. She
Yeah.
accepts.
So like Gabe walks up to you and is like, "Hey, I didn't expect to see you here." Or he looks around. He's like, "Or even out. This is a nice change."
Thanks. Laura says, and she just kind of like has her hand like over her mouth. She's more of a mutter, but she's like, "What are you doing here?" I guess.
Oh, I was supposed to meet Zedalia, but I haven't heard from her. But hey, I was wondering, are you going to the school dance that's tomorrow?
The what?
Yeah, there's like,
Mara
He's like,
Mara
"Are we
remember
doing
that.
Oh, sure. Let's go.
yeah, there's
That's my dad got me.
yeah, it's really weird. Valentine's Day kind of runs on a Monday, but I mean, not that it has to be a date or any. I mean, would you want to go?
So Mara doesn't know what to say. She's just kind of staring up at him like this hunted, bug-eyed look, like.
Yeah, and I will say, like, during this exchange, the hungering pit that's in your stomach that has subsided started up again at the potential of more happiness as it's standing right in front of you.
All these repressed feelings she has.
So, what do you do?
Gee, well, what can you do? Just kind of stare awkwardly and be like, this is bad, 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 this is bad. Okay, so she's no, Ollie, be quiet. Okay, she is going to, she's going to ignore the feeling, so she has to roll to keep her cool.
Yep, you have to roll to keep it cool.
Okay, so that's rolling 2d6s, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
So for the folks at home, we're using a 2d6 system.
Jordan's just looking between. What's his name?
Gabe.
Gabe. Between Gabe and Mara, and being like, does he like her?
I think he does. I don't know how she.
What did you
I have
roll?
no idea what's happening, but I like friends.
Alright, so I rolled a 10 on cold.
Oh.
That's a good roll.
Ooh.
I think I keep my cool.
I think so too.
Ice
Alright.
cold.
Alright, so Mara basically doesn't like start like to go like totally just like silent and just kind of like pulsing. No. Right now she's actually just able to like kind of calm down. It's okay, just calm down, you're just being nice to you, you're just being a nice person, and just, you know, kind of put herself in line. She's like, well, I wasn't really gonna go at all, ever. But she adds it in the last minute, but she doesn't follow up with anything. She just goes, but, and then she just kind of freezes again.
But if you showed up and she also showed up, that could be a
That would be
And
great.
then Jordan, did you say that?
yeah. He's like, you show up and she also shows up. That could be a thing.
Yeah. I mean, like Gabe was like kind of nervously, just like kind of looking around, kind of like deer in the headlights. And it's just like, yeah, we don't. I mean, it doesn't have to be a date or anything. I mean, we could just be in like the same dance. I mean, yeah.
Mara has changed her bug-eyed glare from Gabe over to Jordan. He's just like, why did you say that out loud?
It's just like
Why did you do that?
putting eye contact and just drinking the milkshake, even though there's no more milkshake. It's just like
You just look around
Yeah,
and
like,
the empty
like,
glass.
these are whatever the hell we're having here.
Surfing on sugar.
Yeah, anyway, so then Mara was just like, I mean, I guess, I mean, sure, I mean, don't wait for me, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm really bad at this,
yeah,
I'm so
and
bad at
he's
this.
just like, and he looks, he's like kind of smiley, but also kind of confused because it was like kind of a yes. And he's like, yeah, it'd be great to hang out again. Yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay.
He is like very much like every high schooler. He is gone. He just darts out as soon as like you bye for everybody.
Okay.
Everybody here and the audience at home, every high school, as soon as they get that yes, they're just like.
Before you change your mind.
There we go! It's mine! I did it!
Sonic rolls.
Except he's doing Naruto run because he's so cool.
it's got an anime shirt.
Yeah, no, he has a straight
If you could
Naruto
use
shirt.
transmission, you know he would.
Alright.
Awesome.
Okay.
Mara, she had her hand right here, holding her head up, and then she just kind of lets her hand go. So her head just goes boom against the top of the table. And it doesn't touch the top of her.
Just a
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Okay.
Bonk in her head. I'm fine, Bonk.
Happy.
I'm gonna be totally fine, Bonk. Nothing's gonna go wrong, Bonk.
Okay. I'm sure.
This is a weird pep talk. I've never seen one like it.
Do you have a dress?
Oh, what?
A dress to wear?
A fancy suit.
You say a dress, she's a fancy.
I have jeans and my dad's plaid. I mean,
Oh, I know this perfect trick to like
That's
take a big plaid shirt and turn it into a dress.
oh, I wasn't actually.
It shows a lot of leg though. Maybe she might
It
not be
does.
comfortable
Oh,
with
yeah.
that.
I wasn't actually going to go, so it's fine.
I mean, we're going.
Yeah.
Why don't you just come?
Yeah.
Ollie's
Good.
going.
Are you going, Ollie?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yes,
Yes.
and I have to go out.
I can probably find you a suit. I think my dad's have one. Or
I don't
two.
want to wear a suit.
Okay,
Put
then.
the flowers in your hair.
okay.
I could think so.
I have a couple dresses.
I don't want.
A corsage then?
Turns slowly and stares at Ollie, and she just doesn't know what to do. Like, because with Ollie, like, they don't usually talk, but Mara has like this thing against Ollie. So She doesn't. Oh, it's difficult to explain.
And there is this a little bit of a haunted look in Ollie's eyes where you see the positivity is like trying to push its way out, like, I'm a little scared of you.
Unstoppable force means a movable object.
Oh my gosh! We found someone Ollie has a distaste for it. It's me!
It's not distaste, it's fear.
I'm actually just like
If people like you, it'd be scared absolutely bajingles out of it.
Alright.
No idea what I said.
Yeah,
Just the fear made me confused.
tomorrow, Bree and I are going, and Ollie is going, and Bree and Mara is not going. And I like wink like 50 times.
It's the sugar rush, isn't it?
There's a lot of sugar in this.
I was trying to warn you about the sugar.
You're just like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Just drink 50 milkshakes. Also goes really fast.
So I will say, you guys finish up your milkshakes. You guys try to comfort Mara, more or less.
More or less.
More or less.
Is comfort even possible for Mara Jones? I mean,
I don't know. You still have like that pit in your stomach that's just like kind of lingering there. All right. As you guys walk home.
Yeah. Come out of the bathroom, and I'm like, guys' bathrooms are always terrible.
Are they?
Yeah. I hear the girls have couches in their bathrooms.
Sometimes we also have all of our doors in the stall.
You guys have doors?
Yeah.
Man, I'm lucky to have like a
Just
little
some of them. All of them.
partition thing.
Yeah, it's really weird at this very just like kind of small town diner. There's like maybe like 2 stalls in the men's bathroom, and then the women's bathroom there's a full couch.
Just a couch.
I just need to
Yeah.
here.
it's like this one.
It's in theater.
Alright, I will say that it is getting late. You guys are walking home. But, you
Bree
guys...
and Jordan are holding hands.
Yes.
Yes.
Very important note.
Yep, Jordan and Bree are holding hands, and I will say, like, as you guys are walking home, you do get some like very noticeable like looks of like people are like, oh my god, and they're just like kind of like texting on their phones as like very obviously. But the night grows close, and I will say, you guys feel some eyes piercing through you. It grows heavy upon your chest, and you can almost feel their breath raise your neck. You all have this kind of feeling as you guys are walking home, generally in the same direction. Do any of you guys look behind you?
Bree does.
Okay. You look
I'm in the back.
behind
Where's the
you,
turn?
and you don't see anything.
Okay.
I don't know. Feels like we're being watched.
Well,
Quick question: can I switch out a hex that I haven't used at all?
Sure.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm like, I want that one, and then I never used this one. So.
Okay.
Wait, if Jordan and Bree are holding hands, Mara is holding herself, like her shoulders, because it's cold on the inside.
And Ollie is
Yeah.
holding everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Ollie has all her arms around everyone else.
Alright, I will say.
I'm on the cook.
Oh, no problem. Alright. You guys have this weird kind of sinking feeling, but you guys more or less brush it off. You guys walk home. The day ends. And the day
Nothing
starts.
suspicious about that.
Nope.
Nope.
No one said hello back, so there's no one there.
And then
Logic.
you guys walk into your homeroom class, is a mundane Monday school day.
Just another Monday.
And of course it starts in the most mundane of classes.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.